There's so many things about the very someday, but for now, that's it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I believe instead of waiting for me to do the introduction, I believe he is like so much in haste to at least talk to maybe the nation, and I believe you're more accustomed to seeing him on TV, either reporting from the High Court or out there in the wild, be it, I mean in the provinces, doing Expedition Gambia and the like. But one thing I want to begin with is the fact that although we've been reporting on major court cases, when you started going out to the different courts, you kind of made court reporting fashionable by virtue of your high-pitched reporting and the life that is in you, Ibrahima.
I think sometimes I don't believe it when people, want to. When people tell me that it's absolutely lively, we love it. I tell them, is it really? Okay, when we go out to the courts, it's not easy. We have to do everything to be in the middle, stay in the middle, be impartial, create that story in ways that will get it to the audience informed and educated. It's not easy, but in time we've been able to, discover a steed at the courts. When we go there, we know what we want, because electronic reporting is very different from print reporting, where you have to go and get the whole story as it is, presented. But with the electronic audience, particularly television, I have to sit down and break down the story for the, my audience in ways that will really get them to understand it. The court is one, arena which is absolutely sensitive. And for us in the electronic media, people are always asking, should you be here? Lawyers and everyone. And we tell them, yes, of course we should be, because all over the world it has been debated, the question of electronic, television covering courts. People, bring in all sorts of designs to get stories from the courts in ways that wouldn't really, infringe on or affect the process of education. So this is something, that is still, very much under debate. But the television still goes on to cover the courts. And here at GRTS Live, we've been doing, and I hope the audience, goes on to love it. We try to stay in the middle, bringing the news, in impartial form, getting all sides of the story. It's absolutely difficult because this is something that has to do with pictures, and the way they are brought may not go down well with many people. Yes, but at the end of the day, what we also weigh in is public interest and, the fact that we, the media, are sometimes the only window, for the courts. The courts are usually, the operation of the courts is usually very obscure. People tend to, forget or ignore, its existence. Well, it's really there. So it's news, it's a sort of this thing, really, news, which is very critical, but very much needed as well. In today's world, when litigation has come to become, a 21st century, but the trend. Everyone goes for it. At some point, in life, things happen, and you want to take it to the law. So understanding how it operates, comes with what you see on TV, and how it is presented as well, helps to create a better understanding.
And people, I believe, a lot of people also do appreciate maybe your efforts and those of others, because I believe not all of us can make it to the different courthouses we have here. So at the end of the day, and I believe a good number of people are also interested in some of the cases that we cover and the like. And since they cannot make it to the different courtrooms and courthouses, I believe it is incumbent on us to at least at the end of the day relay whatever message or the proceedings to maybe those who could not make it to the courthouse. In as much as a lot of people maybe do not agree with the fact that we do show people in cuffs and the like on TV, we also do see, I mean, those pictures on, I mean, channels like CNN and the like. And I believe the corporate fat cars are the most powerful if you're talking about America and the like, because even if you're talking about America and the like, who are behind the economy? I believe they're the corporate fat cars. We've seen the Antofa the Barney Madoffs, and all these people in cuffs. And if you talk about democracy, I believe the US, we all look to the US as a bastion of democracy together with the UK. So at the end of the day, that is not an issue. But I believe it's like one issue that I wanted to make clear is the level of cooperation that you get maybe from maybe at least court officials when it comes to maybe you writing your story and the like.
Really, I mean, it's a list of it's a diversity, that you have to, I mean, give every tutor as you go on to, I mean, process, I mean, work on your story. Beginning, I mean, starting from your contacts, who probably will inform you about a coming, I mean, an upcoming case, yes, to the judges. But, judges have, the absolute discretion. They are like, masters in their courts. They own it. They are the law. They can simply tell you to walk out and not cover a case. So, when a judge gives you that chance, and that opportunity to cover a trial, and, yes, it's really something great. And it goes on to the lawyers, because sometimes you need to access information, and Francis, it's absolutely difficult. The things we go through to get information, That's why I think the audience, like you said, this is a very important point you raised here. I'm seeing in every court, I've been seeing in so many courts, covering so many stories. But people sometimes ask me the question, Jata, why do you cover this particular case? And there are still a lot of other cases hanging about. I tell them, okay. So this is when editorial input, is important.
You're right. Maybe just coming to my last question, because I believe on a weekly basis, every week we do see you either in Tendaba camp, maybe freshwater kayaking, or doing something else. Expedition Gambia.
Exactly.
And I believe it's one of the most consistent, at least, recent programs that started showing on GRTS.
Exactly. I think
so where next? Should we expect you in Tibet or?
Exactly. No, the drive is to make the Gambia, destination Gambia, I mean, significant, I mean, the leading destination, the leading holiday destination in the world. That's the drive. The program is moving to put this Marlin Coast at the fore. That's why all you see is attractions, delights. What is in the Gambia and not elsewhere. The characterful nature, which is really unmissable. Even as citizens, when we look around, we know that this country has some really charming features you can't really ignore. So this is something that I think is important for the expedition to go on covering. And 2012 has been beautiful, but 2013, I'll promise you, it's really gonna be hot. So this is why I want to use this opportunity to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to my pals here, because I don't think it's ever possible to get us together in one room.
Thank you very much.
I think he's got a package that is unique. I hardly watch GRTS when I'm around here. The people around will tell you we will normally be watching international news just to acquaint ourselves with what is happening in the international media. But I think the only time I do particularly find time to watch the TV, and I constantly do that, is to watch his program. Expedition Gambia is one of my favorite programs on GRTS television, and thanks to the work he is doing. He's got an amazing blend of talent, which is unique.
Thank you very much, Kamara.
Thank you very much, Francis. I'm sure it has been a very tough period for you. We could all remember the editor-in-chief, newsroom left for Malaysia, spent almost 1 year. And during that period, you are the one at the helm, at the office almost on a daily basis without a single day off. Can you imagine 1 year? I just want you to tell us how would you describe such an opportunity or such a period for you?
As the managing editor of GRTS Newsroom, you have this difficult task of monitoring daily work, be it coverage, news editing, rosters and everything. Sometimes we clash, like the likes of us. You call Farjasi, she will tell you, Frat, election of Dela, I don't want to go. You call me out.